In the land of Mordor, in the fires of Mount Doom, the Dark Lord Sauron forged in secret a master ring.
You shall not pass!
An alliance once existed between elves and men. Long ago we fought and died together. What have we done?
He asked, and then we found out, didn't we? Good morning, Valhalla! The Mad Lad, a Digger Outlaw! Chris Berger! Shellback TJC! Starry-eyed girl! Chris Fisk! Sackadorf 9! Gun Buddy! The Clown Prince of Crime! Snortopoopus Cuber! Man Squatch! Zakarot 315! Skull and Tuck and Roll! Snowdub! Southern Viking! Greetings program! Ladies and gentlemen, the insufferable twats continue to amaze us with their absolute up their own ass dialogue this morning as Project Storytime and I were watching this and going back and forth saying, yes, Durin, we shall rule the mountain as husband and wife.
Yeah. Tell the Balrog.
The Balrog's not going to wake up for thousands of years.
Yep.
And then it got woken up by a leaf.
A
Yep.
leaf,
A leaf.
y'all.
Elrond's
The dwarf-
leaf.
Yeah, the dwarf, the dwarves digging too greedily and too deep is Elrond's fault. God, I hate this show.
I was like, what? Oh my God.
And supposedly someone died that shouldn't have.
There were lots of people that should have been dead that weren't.
Hey, look, that there is no way any of them could have survived that pyroclastic flow. I don't give a rat's
Oh God,
ass.
no.
All she got was a little bit of Cheeto dust on her.
No burnt hair, no boo-boo.
Volcano ash
No.
is very. They're all dead.
Yep.
But
That pyroclastic flow is hundreds, if not thousands of degrees coming down off that mountain. They would have been incinerated. They would have looked like Pompeii. Nothing but
Yeah.
just ashes.
But, plot armor, guys. Plot armor.
we got
Yeah.
a lovely
Yeah.
shot of
Very,
Galadriel
very
opening
heavy
her
plot
eye,
armor.
and I just like, oh my god, no.
Bring on the power of Cheetos.
Y'all.
Didn't y'all see the sign? It was written in cursive. It says, Chester was here, bitches.
Yeah, with the horse. The horse runs by, it's on fire, and Galadriel just looks a little dusty. What the hell?
Well, you know that horse. You know where the horse is headed. He's headed back there to find what's his name in the tavern. Is
Isildur, who can't die.
Yep. He's
Oh,
got to be
Hey,
around
hey,
to
but-
get the ring off of Sauron.
But Isildur needed the queen's help to lift the
Yeah.
house off of his buddy.
Yeah.
She's like, no, bitch, you go back here. I'm going to pick this bitch up. You pull him out because you can't, because you're a scrawny little bitch, Isildur.
And by all means, Queen,
Yeah.
go into that burning building. Let the soldiers stay outside. Okay. How'd that
But these soldiers, these Númenórean soldiers, are supposed to be like 7 foot at
The
least.
baddest of the
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, the baddest of the bad. Elite. There's some of them are sailors. New sailors, not even. And where the hell? Okay. Oh my God, this is what drove me nuts. You got Isildur, right? And his friend, and then his dead friend, and the queen. He's there for everyone to see.
Mhm.
And then he disappears,
Mhm.
and people act like they've never seen him. What the hell? Did he just go off for a pee and never come back? I mean, they're acting like, where was Isildur? What happened to Isildur? He was right there.
Chris Persia throws out a $10 super chat and says, at no point in their rambling, incoherent response were they even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in Valhalla is now dumber for having watched this episode.
Yeah.
Yes.
And may
Did
God have
you
mercy
hear-
on their soul.
Yes.
Yeah. And did you hear all the nonsense Galadriel was spouting all the way through it? Oh, her
about
little-
how shampoo is better than conditioner? Yes.
Yeah. I did notice, that by the time she got up there to where they was, most of the grime was gone. I don't know what happened to it, but
Oh, well, her and Elrond must take it from the same book because he was spouting some bullshit down with the dwarves too about, what did he say? Elves I don't even remember. I should have written it down, but I was just like, I can't with this shit. I can't.
If you were a true friend, Durin, you would let me lay with your wife for a fortnight.
yeah.
So about the elves don't know who they are, but I do.
And Disa's like, I'd be down with that. Bet you would. Good old Elrond's the jam and her jelly roll.
Man.
Just can't quit you.
During 4, when he told his father, it was like he was in my mother's own womb. How dare you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, if I was his dad, I'd be like, he might be in your wife's, but not your mother's. June Wong with the $2 super chat says, I'm just here for the Loki goodness. Thank you so very much, June Wong, for your $2 super chat, brother. Magitech Max with $5 super chat said, I've heard Let It Rain champagne, but Let It Rain Cheeto dust?
Yeah.
Thank you, Mags. Thank
God.
you so much, Chris Persia, June Wong, and Mags. Thank you.
Cheeto dust.
So okay. So just to set this up a little bit, the Harfoots get to where they're going. it's all burnt, it's all crispified. They're all crying. Big Gandalf heals some shit and blows some shit up, and they're like, you need to go, and you need to get out and go wander the world like Kang and Kung Fu. Go do something else. And
it's a kind of a delayed reaction too.
And he leaves, and then the 8 Mile crew comes to find Gandalf. It's 8 miles to Gondor, ladies and gentlemen. 8 miles to Gondor, the new band of Middle Earth.
No, it's Mordor.
You got Slim Shady leading 8 Mile, and with tits, by the
yes!
way.
I noticed that. I'm like, okay, what the hell? Is this a man? Is this a woman? And don't give me no.
It is.
Gender is a social construct bullshit. This is supposed to be Tolkien. We're supposed to know who our villains or villainesses are. And I'm staring at them so confused.
Yeah, Slim Shady's got tits, ladies and gentlemen. And they, scare the shit. And of course, little, what's her name? I can't even, we'll celery hair.
Nori?
So she's got,
whatever, yeah.
She's got celery in her hair. Celery in her hair.
Yeah.
Well, I will say they all need to get a little bit of conditioner because, good God, that frizz is sticking everywhere.
They just gotta get a hold of Galadriel because conditioner is better. She makes the hair silky and smooth. And then they start talking about how their hearts are bigger than their feet.
Oh my God. When they just sent Gandalf off on his own.
And how caring they are and how much they care for each other. Now, wait a minute. Isn't this the same group of disastrous fucks that were like, hey, you know what? Remember that guy that fell behind and got eaten by wolves? Isn't that funny? Oh, and then there's the guy that got stung by hundreds of bees.
Not the bees.
These are the people that were like, we're going to take their wagon wheels and leave them sitting in the middle of the road. These are the same fucks.
Forest.
I mean, they did get the comeuppance though, because the 8 Mile gang set fire to all the huts, and I actually laughed out loud.
I did too.
It was so ridiculous.
Oh yeah, the horse was the smartest part of the show because the horse was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
I'm out. I'm out.
And by the way, we don't know who the 8 Mile people are. They still haven't spoken a word.
Nope.
We don't know where they came from.
And therefore they're more interesting than anyone else.
Yeah.
I know.
By their deeds you shall know them. They like to burn shit.
They haven't spoken and they've annoyed the Harfoots. They are by default my favorite characters.
Okay, Arlene and I were talking about the other night, and I threw out, and this is totally ridiculous and ludicrous, but this is Rings of Power, not Tolkien. So
yeah, for the show,
for what it's worth. We were saying, could it be Sauron, Saruman? I said, where the hell is Celeborn? And then Galadriel tonight is like, I had my husband Celeborn. It's the last time I saw him, and I'm thinking, what if this son of a bitch is actually a warped version of Celeborn?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, as ridiculous as that would be, it tracks.
Oh
my God.
What if the mithril heals him? And you're right.
And he's back again.
No, don't encourage him.
I could see it.
Don't give them any ideas. I'm just
saying, y'all, if that happens, you heard it here first. Just saying. God.
Joker Boys, $5 super chat. Horse with flaming back. Holy crap, I'm out. Was anyone else hoping the Harfoots were in their carts when they burst into flames? Would have served them right.
Not
little shits. Thank you, Joker.
Not until I saw them pick the decimated apples and put them in a freaking basket. I'm like, y'all really are picking those ashy, destroyed apples like you're going to try and eat it?
Yeah.
Y'all are some
Why are you
stupid
picking
ass
the
fuckers.
ashed ones? There was plenty of green in the area. Why not go to there?
I said, fuck y'all. I'm out. that is just a whole other level of stupid to do that.
Daryl the derelict, do you have 8 miles to Mordor? Come on down to Sauron Motors. We have a carriage for all occasions. Act now and you can get a Gollum plushie absolutely free. Operators are standing by. Great, Daryl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, eat sulfur. Eat sulfur, bitches.
Yeah.
If
Gladriel ate sulfur and probably shit fire.
God, the amount of unsufferable bullshit in this movie, in this show, from the Balrog to Galadriel to the Queen of the Numenorians to the fucking Harfoots to everyone else in this fucking show, I heard for the first time ever, ladies and gentlemen, Josh from Project Storytime throw something and be like, "Fuck this fucking show!"
I'm with Harlan. Whenever Galadriel was talking about her husband, being dead, I've not seen him. I told him his armor was ill-fitting. I'm sitting there thinking, what the?
Just out of the blue, she brings this up. Never mentioned it before.
It was Celebon's fault that he died because his armor didn't fit.
Yeah. Well, and she just, that's what she thinks happened to him. I'm telling you, I think Slim Shady, that's my theory. He's Celeborn.
With tits?
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe that's why,
he went through a change. Celeborn, you changed.
Yeah. Now he's just called Kelly.
Kellen.
If we're gonna be this ridiculous, go balls to the wall and be fucking ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Let's go there, show. Just go there. But
I have never seen such a mishmash bunch of bullshit in my life.
I know. I'm just like.
In Soul Assassin, it was the leaf that Elrond brought. The leaf that Elrond brought fell down into the shaft of Mithril, and at the very bottom, it woke the Balrog.
Yeah, the king threw it. He threw it down there, and it had been healed with Mithril. Miraculously healed.
She's so stupid.
I just. He did.
Yeah, Chris.
Yeah, Prince Durin opened it up, and then the king said, "Cover it back up."
Celeborn is a they/them then. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. With milkers, with elven milkers.
Yep. I mean, she got
that tunic or robe. What whoever was wearing.
See, this explains everything now. The reason why Galadriel hasn't had any children is because Celeborn is going to bear them.
If they had done a shot from her feet going up, you would have, got up about chest high and said, "Nice track." And then you saw the face and you go, "Ugh."
Yeah, it's.
And Ghost Rider, yes, Ghost Rider gets it.
Yeah. I mean, thousands of years too soon.
Yeah. Because they haven't dug too greedily and too deep yet. I mean, he knocked a hole in the wall, basically. A little hole.
They've only just discovered the mithril.
Right. And Elrond's peering down there, and I'm like, well, so far all I see is on the side you're not supposed to be able to see, but okay, it's there. Look at all that mithril.
And the fight with the Balrog's going to be the big climactic battle episode.
Gesture of Sin, who's been a member for 2 years, he's been a member for 25 months, and he's a member of Loki's army, says at least Galadriel is consistent. Last iteration with Celeborn, and she was a cow to him. Track with what they've shown.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is how bad she is. He joined a cult and changed his gender because of being married to her.
because of her. 'Cause she called him a silver clam.
Yeah.
Oh,
Clam?
Oh,
He becomes a
Joker.
woman? Perfect.
Joker nails it. I've never made a promise that I have broken. Pay no mind to the time I betrayed Durin and broke my vow about the mithril and talked to my king about it. Yeah.
In just the last episode, yeah. Elrond's a moron in this show.
Setting milk duds
Yes.
to kill.
Everyone is hot. Even the people who were like Disa, even now she's become annoying now in this episode.
oh man,
There's
she is.
now nobody left to root for.
Betray your king. Betray.
You will rule, and I will rule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's turned into Lady Macbeth.
Join. Oh, oh no. Join me, and we shall rule the mountain as husband and wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, my lady. As long as I can rub your beard against mine, we're good to go.
And I'll make you forget that elven upstart Elrond. Because I know you can't quit him. Oh!
Disa, if I mine deep and I do everything you tell me, one day, can I have me nuts back? No. Okay. Okay.
Never. God, y'all.
She is the force behind him, driving him, pushing him to greatness.
And yeah, you can't blame Celebrimbor for being like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Y'all, it was bad. It was bad. There's really not much more to say. It was bad.
There was a lot of walking and talking, and nothing really happened.
Sauron with machine gun jubblies. He's a fembot. Easy fix. Get my mojo.
All right, I have a question, and maybe I'm just too dense for this, too thick. But all right, you've got them all in this one little area, right? You've got the Númenóreans, you've got the villagers, you've got the returned king, fucking Queen of Númenor. Why she's there, I have no idea, but okay, she's there. You got, insufferable Galadriel. You got them all right there when the volcano hits. How the hell then are they all spread out after that? They were all in a cluster. I get it. They should have been decimated.
I was wondering that too.
No one can find anyone. And I'm like, y'all, we're all right there. You should be still there in the rubble. But they're all over the place.
And I'm wondering why it's so dark right there, around that one little area around the volcano. But you go, what did they walk 2 or 3 miles away up to the cliffs, and it's bright sunny?
Yeah, the Númenórean camp that hasn't got even a little bit of ash or anything. That's absolutely pristine tents.
Looked good, didn't it? That's where I want to hang out.
Yeah. Because, everything's pristine right next to a volcanic eruption. It's always just perfect.
Our forces have been decimated. We are scattered all over the Southlands. Hey, you know what? We'll set sail in the morning. Everything will be fine. And we'll just set sail.
Yeah.
We've got, injured and forces scattered, but it's okay. We'll just
the Queen's
set sail
blind
in the morning.
Oh yeah, with a blindfold on.
Why did you? Okay, what is with that fucking? First of all, she's like, Isildur, Isildur, who the hell is he? Elendil, lead my horse so no one will know. And then she ends up on a mountaintop with a blindfold on. Like, that's not obvious. I thought you didn't want anyone to know, but you blindfold your eyes. They are not. She can't see, but they're not damaged. They look normal.
Yep.
But let's stick a blindfold on them. But you can't see, and you don't want anyone else to know, but you're going to put on a blindfold. Okay.
So Adega says these showrunners were JJ rejects that failed at 40 different movie pitches. And then Amazon was like, yay, let's hire them. JJ recommends them.
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting how like 90% of these flops and these horrible shows and these up its own ass bullshit writers all come from one fucking
Bad
Hollywood
reading.
hack?
Yep.
Yeah.
The thread that binds them all.
Jester, I agree. They left first, and then they got there last. Okay. Yep. And the orcs looked fine, y'all. Orcs looked great. Out there hunting, looking for legs to eat, sniffing, smelling nothing but ash. They looked fine.
Breathing ash.
Yeah, not a care.
Let me tell you, if the cloud didn't kill you at hundreds of degrees, you cannot breathe ash.
No, you can't.
They would have all suffocated after getting hit by that cloud. That would have been it. Dead.
Gone.
Yep.
And most of them look pretty damn good. I mean, you had a few hobblies in the hut or in the tent or whatever.
Oh yeah, the one dude without the leg.
Yeah, he looked kind of rough. He was having a bad day. All right, but you got Sports Brawl was up looking fresh as a daisy. You've got the king not king, who's laying there practically bleeding out, dying. But yet you got him on a horse 5 minutes later, riding off at sunset.
Oh yeah, that was stupid.
I know. Like as he's riding off, I just kept going, ow, 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 ow. Every like.
As his intestines poke further and further out of his body.
Slide.
Yeah, he's bleeding out. Oh my God, it needs elvish medicine. But let's stick him on a horse, and we'll just ride him off, and he looks fine. You've got cool Ocean there, looking as shiny and GQ as ever. I'm like, no, fuck off, y'all. No, volcano. Pompeii.
His fate is still pristine.
Yeah.
Don't you know that the ash and the heat just sealed the wound?
Exactly. And no, Stephen, it would not be saved by sex scenes. I am sorry. Oh my God, if these people got down in the dirt, I'd be throwing up in my chair.
They had sex coaches there. We know that. Now, whether they've cut that out, that's something that supposedly they've cut out a lot of shit. They cut a lot of the stuff they filmed. They hired counselors for sex scenes. Yeah, intimacy coordinators for sex scenes. So if that's not in the next episode, which is the last episode of the season, why did they hire intimacy coaches for sex scenes in Lord of the Rings?
Oh my God, there's going to be a threesome between Elrond and Giza. I just can't, y'all. I do not want to see no going down action with those three. I just don't.
Can you imagine, Doran and Elrond sitting there laughing, and suddenly there's Disa in a full-on fucking black leather chain, fucking the hat, everything, the leather fucking hat, the whole 9 yards, wearing a fucking strap on with a fucking whip, and she's, you best get to work, boys.
Yes, mommy, yes.
7 rings were given to the power bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there sure as hell are no power tops in this show. I'm sorry. Not a one. Not a one.
Oh my.
The lack of testosterone across the board just leaves me cold. None of them.
Yeah, there is nobody heroic in this, and that goes for men and women. But all the men are stupid or just wimps. And then we get Elendil starts crying because he thinks Isildur's dead, and all the women just stand there ignoring him.
And even he's like, I should have left that elf in the sea where I found her. Well, I thought the sea was
damn sure should have.
Yeah, you should have listened, but you didn't.
June Wong with the $5 super chat says, someone bring up the clip of Professor Farnsworth exclaiming, lava, hot.
standalone. I'm trying, and I can't. Even as a standalone, I'm like, it's stupid. And then the insult to actually attach Tolkien's name to it just burns my ass to no end. Unlike the lava that flowed on all those people who were perfectly fine. They didn't get, barely any burns, except, it was the ugly ones. It was the ugly ones that were in that tent. The ugly, the infirm, they were the ones. But the pretty ones, they all looked good and fine. Stars.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, y'all just fuck off with this nonsense. I can't.
I mean, so I was wondering when that to the medical tent. I was wondering, is he going to try calling out his mom's name? Like, try to has anyone seen her? But no, he's just like looking around. It's like, don't you care?
No questions at all. Just vision darting around. Not mom, where are you?
Yeah,
like anybody else. And Chris, it says between 200 C and 700 C, or 390 and 1300 Fahrenheit, is what a pyroclastic flow temperature is. So yeah, they're dead.
Oh God.
There's no getting out of it. Oh wait, the showrunners wrote them out of it.
They didn't even write. They just carried on as if nothing had happened. I had to pause the screen. I was like, what am I watching? Because I genuinely believed that they couldn't be this dumb and that it was going to be a premonition of Muriel or something.
That's what I thought too.
And yes, it would happen. It would happen eventually, but something would change and they'd be like, some would be from a safety. I don't know, but I was like, there's the fact that it just happened. And they're just walking covered in dust.
That would have at least been consistent writing because she had that vision in Numenor. So that at least I would have been like, okay, they put some thought into this, into her character, into her visions, into her insight. They put some thought into this show. No, they didn't.
Yeah. Mr. Tickletrunk says, I'm really glad Rings of Power has so many musical numbers. Well, don't you know that this is based on a special Broadway play that never got off the ground called My Mordor, My Rules? My Mordor, my rules, because we said so, because we said so. This Galadriel is a bitch. This Galadriel is a bitch. If Gandalf jumped on a Harfoot, would you? Sold out 5 years in a row to an empty fucking studio. My Mordor, my rules.
Oh my God. Gandalf jumped on a Harfoot.
Wow.
My favourite part was when there were water fountains and they all danced around going, the sea is always right.
And his dead wife comes up out of the water and waves at him, a rotting corpse waving. He's like, the sea was always right, honey.
And she's carrying that half-eaten apple that Isildur threw in the sea.
Yeah, this episode was like maybe a little over an hour long, and it took me over 2 hours to watch it because I kept stopping and going, "What the God?"
Yes. It's just, oh my God, there's so much. And this is one thing, whether it's in books, whether it's in film, TV, I don't care. One thing that just nuts me up and I just get so irritated is when there's pontificating instead of showing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell me how wonderful you are, Elrond. Don't tell me, Harfoots, how much you love each other and how you stand and nobody's left behind. Show me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let me see some of that,
Arwen, don't you know that Elrond and Durin are like brothers, even though we haven't seen anything that connects them as brothers?
No.
They're connected, all right. They're connected, all right.
After Brothers, when he gave that scene about, we're given our real names and we showed them to our family and, as sisters and our brothers, I expect him to say, and lovers. I'm like, yeah, I see you. I see that look you're giving, Elrond. You're going to tell him your real name, aren't you? I was like, no, save it for the other side. I'm like, oh my God. They're going to bone.
Yeah,
They're gonna
save
bone.
it. Such an old saying. Save it.
Save it.
June Wong with the $2 super chat. Not my idea. Springtime for Sauron and Mordor. Flowers in your hair.
I tell you, y'all, I can't.
Oh, the six couldn't even finish the second episode.
Yeah, it's consistent in its badness.
Oh, it's worse than bad.
One thing that was consistent is it just sucks ass.
It's an atrocity.
And yeah, Shellback TJC broke back Mordor. The trees are strong, my lord. That's what he said.
See,
that
all
was.
these ideas would improve it. I'm not kidding. If you're gonna write shit, balls to the wall, write shit, and don't try and make it something it's not. They are trying to make this show something serious. Tolkien, oh my God, and it's not, and they can't pretend that it is.
That's right. That's right. That is the most insightful comment this morning. Yes, I absolutely agree with you, Armin. They want it to be serious, but it is a giant bowl of shit. And no matter what you put on top of that bowl, it's still a bowl of shit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just burst out laughing several times, when it was supposed to be serious.
Mm-hmm. Go on, Loki.
I was just going to say, I have never, ever, ever in my 3 years of working with the man heard Josh ever get out of sorts about anything. It's always like, hey, Loki, what's going on? Oh my God, Bree's here, da-da-da. And he's just like happy as a clam. I've never heard him be like, what the fuck? Like his chair's about to fall. Like he's actually having a fit on the other end of the screen. I've never ever heard that, and I heard that this morning.
Yeah,
we should have recorded
that. It was when Nori Harfoot's father there was like, we elves, we always stick together. I just lost it. No, fuck this show.
Yeah, no way. Yeah, exactly.
Ironcaster, this is worse than Halo. I would watch Halo again before I would watch this. That's fucking saying something. Halo was horrible. This is worse than horrible. Because they think that. Go ahead, Dave Bob.
I'm just saying, I can guarantee you, I will never watch another episode or rewatch another episode. It's bad enough I have to watch them once, but I would never rewatch this shit.
Language. Well, that's just it. It's the God, I can't speak this morning. I'm so tired. The rewatchability of a series or a movie, that's what draws me in. Nobody else has to like it. I'm okay with that. I like some shit that other people are like, oh, it's cheesy, or oh, it's this. And I'm like, that's cool. I can enjoy it. But it has to be rewatchable for me. That's like my barometer. And if it's not, if it's like, a one-time thing, then that doesn't have an appeal to me.
Well, that is the problem with entertainment today. This is all disposable entertainment. It is not, let's make something for the ages that will endure the test of time. It is, okay, we're going to make this with all the sensibilities of today and all the thoughts of today, because tomorrow we're probably going to get called ists, obes, and yahtzees for making it in the first place, and we'll have to remake it again just to remake it with tomorrow's sensibilities and all their other bullshit. That's the way these people are thinking.
Yeah. Did you see that interview that the showrunners did in the Hollywood Reporter? They actually think that this is going to be timeless. Like in 60 years' time, people are going to be watching this.
No.
Oh, it's going to be very dated. Very dated. Very dated. You can already tell.
But there's nothing to rewatch. There's no characters that you like. There's nothing you can quote. The most exciting thing was the battle last week, and that was still ridiculous. People can watch Peter Jackson's trilogy, in a day, in 9 hours more if it's the extended editions, and it will just fly by. This hour, you felt every minute of it. It was like a snail's pace.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
This is-
okay. When was Lord of the Rings written? Was it 50s or
50
earlier?
52.
30s and 40s, I thought.
Is that when
I
he
think-
started writing it or when it was published?
Well, it was published, I think, in the
I
50s.
think 47, I think, is when Return of the King came out.
Okay, so all right, a long ass time. It's been a long ass time. Okay, that he presented this to the world, and it has stood the test of time. The original stories, the original book, the original tales, everything that he wrote has lasted, and not only lasted, it has endured. It has thrived. It built the tropes, y'all, for fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably one of the most copied fantasies around. Anyone who loves fantasy in particular knows this story in some form or fashion. That's longevity, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
That's standing the test of time, and it continues to gain new fans every generation who love this story. This show, no, this is not timeless. This is taking something that was timeless, piggybacked onto its name, and putting modern day sensibilities into it. What the hell? It's not going to last. It is not rewatchable. It is the shit that people say that it is. If somebody enjoys it, I think that's awesome for them. But it is not Tolkien in any way, shape, or form. It's not. And it could be. It could have been. That's what brought my tits. It could have been. The story was there laid out for them. It
Most
was
expensive show ever made.
And they still rip off Peter Jackson.
Mhm.
They rip him off bad.
And did you see the other day where they shouted out, the second season is being filmed right now?
Yeah, I think who was it? Variety that came out with the article, the greatest producers of all time, and they're like the two showrunners, the greatest showrunners of all time, and they're on the cover, and you're like, what the fuck? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
No, this is a cash piece. This is, well, you know what? We're going to give you a whole bunch of money to do an article on us and give us a pop piece. Make us look really good. Adega said, I heard it said there will be a show made behind the scenes that will document what not to do when making a show and how the most expensive show of all time failed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I hope
where's
so.
the money at?
Yeah.
Where's the money at? Show me the money.
I can't understand how a second season's been greenlit after this response.
Look, Mommy, every time a volcano erupts, Sauron gets his wings.
Oh God, we hadn't even got to the ending. For those who haven't watched it, the ending of the penultimate episode is an orc asking Adar. Is it Adar? Is it Ada? Whatever.
Who cares?
Who cares?
What are we going to call a new home? And it changes from the Southlands to what Josh has got on his screen.
Yeah.
Mordor.
Mordor.
Well, didn't you know that Adar in Black speech means Mordor?
Mordor.
Like,
Right now,
is that
Tolkien
Mordor?
scholars-
Thank you for letting me know.
Right now,
I never could have
Tolkien
guessed that was Mordor.
Right now, Tolkien scholars are out there going, but Adar doesn't mean more. Shut up!
Why couldn't
We're
he
making
have
this up as we go
said it?
along.
Why couldn't they have just panned up to him and, I'm no longer going to call it this name, blah, blah, I'm going to call it. And then he looks up at the camera and says, Mordor. And then boom, black screen.
Yep.
At least that would have had a little more of a punch.
Right there in the middle of the screen right now, it's showing it between us. Mordor.
Mordor. And then boom, there you go. That's the end. But no, the Southlands fade into Mordor. I'm just like, fuck, all the way off, y'all. You had a moment. You could have taken a moment, but you didn't. You chose not to. Be careful, son.
Psychodorf 9 with $2 super chat says, I still see money laundering, Matt. I agree. Kind of like what Disney does.
Mm-hmm.
And Mr. Tickle Shrunk with a $2 Canadian super chat. Guys, they get paid by the R's on this show. Imagine.
He didn't even get the chance to do it. He didn't even get the chance to roll his eyes.
He was chipped, so his paycheck must have been a little shorter that week because he didn't go, Mordor.
Mordor.
And it would have really, if he'd have turned round and he'd got a big tash that he could twirl and go, Mordor. That'd have been brilliant.
Mordor.
See, at least it would have been like, okay, I see you. But no, they had to do the Southland fade into Mordor.
Snidely Whiplash.
Yes, come on, give him some, even though he is the most interesting character in the show so far.
So you're saying we should wait till Adar turns to the camera and goes, motorboating.
The last time you saw him before the pyroclastic flow, he was chained to a post in a barn made of wood.
No, he escaped.
Probably burnt to the ground while he was chained there. How the hell did he get out of that?
He did escape because
He escaped.
Oh,
it showed the
they
chains.
showed the bar empty.
Yeah,
right.
The barn was empty and the chains were on the ground.
But
How he did that, though, yeah.
Well, what happened, guys? What you didn't see was there was a surfboard under those floorboards. So when the water came rushing past,
he surfed out.
You see, because you saw him laid down on the barn floor, and he was listening to the water going past. You see, and that was his. And then he just rode a big floorboard as a surfboard right out of the town. That's what happened.
It makes us
I legitimately would have wanted to see that.
When they come out with the super extended cut of these episodes, what you're going to see is you're going to see Guy Ladriel go unchain him, take him outside to the woodshed, and you're going to hear bow now now, bow now now, and she's going to be pegging good old Adar, and that's how he gets out of the barn.
That'll work.
And that's how he becomes Celebrimbor, or how he becomes
Celeborn.
Oh my god. Yes, Celeborn, and how he gets pregnant and has Galadriel's babies. Because man elves have always been able to bear the young of the elves. So
they're like the seahorse.
they just squirt them out their ass and just like a toot.
The seahorse is always right.
Oh, got some gas there? Yeah, seahorse is always right. Got some gas there, Celeborn? No, I just had another little youngling. Just a baby.
Honestly, you think we're kidding, guys? That was it. That was the episode. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
An hour. Over an hour.
Not a lot actually occurred.
It's really funny. On Monday, you can have an hour-long episode of Game of Thrones that you watched the night before, where they have been in one location the entire time. It's not been a fast-paced episode, but enough happened to keep you watching the entire episode and keep you interested. This goes on for longer, just a little bit longer than that, and you're like, what exactly happened in this fucking episode?
Yeah.
Gandalf grunted.
He fondled a tree.
Galadriel showed up and acted like an insufferable bitch. Again, nothing's changed. We must go out and we must kill Sauron. I must find Sauron the deceiver. We must go and hunt to the ends of the earth to kill Sauron and his minions. Mrs. Gladriel, I'd like to kill some orcs because they're baddie meanie means. Do not let darkness overtake your heart.
Yes,
Bitch!
yes.
You've
I
been on a
was like,
revenge quest this entire time.
Bitch!
Oh, Galadriel.
And she loves her own husband that much. Theo had to remind her. Because she said, why'd you keep killing? Who did you lose? And he goes, my brother, Finrod. And he was like, looking at the script, anyone else?
Anyone else?
And she's like, oh yes, my husband, Celeborn. Oh, she's never mentioned until
No.
episode 7.
No,
So she wasn't even getting revenge for Celeborn. It was just for her brother.
just for her brother.
Yep.
You know what? I disagree with you, June Wong. The only way that they can save this show is if at the end of the season, fucking Kate Blanchett shows up and goes, "You will diminish and go to the west, and I will be Gladriel." Then okay, all right. I'm
I'd be
interested.
Down with that. I'd be down with that. Absolutely.
Thank you for the $5 super chat, Mr. Chickle Trunk with a 2. Their elves
Wow.
also made 0 cookies in a tree. Yeah, they don't do shit.
You know, Loki.
5 seasons.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
It's just you brought up, you know, Game of Thrones. The most recent episode of House of Dragon, I watched twice.
Yeah.
That was so
Well, the fact
freaking good. I watched twice.
She likes it. She likes
the fact
incest.
that you had
No,
When Aegon got on the dragon, I was smiling. I was like, "Yeah, you little shit."
yeah, and the scene with the kids.
Yeah.
that you had
I tell you what.
you had
how-
the fight. You had the fight between 5 kids be way more engaging
Wow.
Yes.
than the
yes.
entire battle in the
The-
last episode.
The fight choreography
Oh
for
my God.
5 fucking children was better than anything they've done in this show so far.
Blew me away. And then the whole scene where they all come together and and they're discussing it, and I was like, this is
Mhm.
solid writing. I mean, I was engaged. I wanted to know what happened. I wanted to know what was going to transpire. I watched that shit back to back. And then I watched Rings of Power. And I'm like, I swear to God, it broke my brain. It broke my brain. I'm like, y'all, the most expensive TV show? Piggybacking on Tolkien, fuck you. That's why I'm annoyed. That's why I'm annoyed. Because this could have been really good. It could have been really something special. And they just said, no, we're going to do it our way. And this is what we have, y'all.
When Miss Galadriel sounds a teensy weensy bit like Serpentor, for crying out loud. Did she go Cobra? La 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 la. I couldn't tell.
I can't. I've tried. I can't. No excuses given for this show.
Crispus, the kid with the missing eye, was a badass. He was taking on poor other kids before the knife came out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I wanted him to get it so bad, but at the same time, I'm like, this is an interesting character. This is
That was my mother's dragon. Well, too bad, bitch. You should have claimed her already. Now he's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you evil little shit.
That was my mother's dragon. Your mother's dead.
The only thing I did not like about that episode was it was so dark. Sometimes I couldn't see a damn thing.
It was dark. It was. I watched it when it was still daylight, and the way my computer was set, I had to close my blinds, and then I rewatched it once it actually got dark and I had lights on in the house, in my room, and I could see a little better. But yeah, it was a dark episode.
Anybody out there that's like, oh my God, Loki, how dare you throw out spoilers for Game of Thrones, House of Dragon? It's been almost a fucking week.
Yeah. So, sorry,
haven't watched it yet,
yeah, but it has been a week.
If you haven't watched it yet, it's on you.
Go watch it. Seriously.
Aegon rode a
Better
fucking
than
dragon.
I mean, this show, not this stream. That came out wrong.
It will be a
Right.
palette.
I don't think you can spoil this show. No, maybe the House of Dragons, but not this one.
No, this one, y'all.
It was spoiled to begin with.
Oh dear.
like rotten, nasty fruit.
So final thoughts, ratings for this episode. We will start with Arwen the Annoyed, and we will go around the room.
I give it a 1. I give it a 1. And I'd give it a 0, but I at least want to try and keep it on a, the numeric scale. So I give it a 1. It was ridiculous. It was inconsistent, except for in its stupidity and its ridiculousness. That at least was consistent. That's why I give it a 1, because they were consistent in their stupidity. There's not much more to say.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Oh, I will say what I did like, because I try and say what I did like. I like the first half of the musical score of the intro song. The first half. Then when the French horns kick in, you lose me, because I'm like, and all the imagery stuff. So just the first half of the score.
Well, almost all that music is from the musical My Mordor, My Rule.
Okay, well, there we go. So a 1, y'all. I hated it. I thought it was ridiculous.
Starry-eyed girl.
I'm going to give it a 1 as well, and that's for Feminem blowing up the Harfoots. That was my favourite bit.
Yes! Feminem!
I can't
Yes!
to that. I've seen that on other live streams, but yeah.
Oh my God. Eminem.
Eminem. I love it.
Yeah, because I was starting to nod off because it was so boring. And then
And really quick, let me say thank you. Thank you to Six. She says, gotta run, my friends. Have an amazing day. Thank you so very much, Six, and thank you for the $10 super chat. You guys have been absolutely great this morning. Thank you. Goodbye, Six. Have a great one. Go ahead, Star. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, that was the only
Eminem.
saving grace, really. Yeah, I sat there, and we've put up with a lot in this show, but there was nothing logical. Nothing made sense.
He's got bigger tits than Galadriel.
Yeah. And even Theo was taller than Galadriel. Did you notice when they were walking? And Bronwyn as well. And there's nothing to look forward to for the next episode. I don't even care.
Sauron's back tonight. Da, 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 da.
Yeah, I'm only watching it now just because I've got these 4. I can't let this side down now. But
misery loves company, Star. You can't quit on us now, girl.
yeah, honestly, I don't get
one more episode.
And all the stuff with the horse, is going to find Isildur, and it's going to be like when Brago found Aragorn in the 2 towers. And it's just like, just stop copying stuff.
You're right.
Oh, no.
One last ride with Stone Loki and his immortals. Yes. One last ride into Mordor.
So yeah, that's it. 1. Same as
1. Dave Bob.
I can't give it a 1. I really can't. But I will give it a 0.5 because there's only 1 episode left.
All right. Is that it? Just shit. You don't know what to.
This whole thing has been just
He wants to say hi to your friend.
Oh, hold on just a second. My grandson wants to say hi to y'all.
Oh, yes.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
All right.
Oh, bless him.
The grandson of Dave Bob, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go.
Very nice.
There's my pride and joy.
Yay.
Aww.
But anyhow, like I was saying before, this show has so much just utter crap mixed in with it, bad writing, and just they're dead. Every son of a bitch on that thing is dead. I don't care what they say. There's no way they got out of it. I don't care what kind of plot armor you got.
Yeah.
You know, this show makes absolutely no sense. They bring in on the Balrog, what, thousands of years before. Mithril is what is going to save the elves because the tree, you know, got struck by lightning or whatever, or by the fire god, and it, you know, went traveling through the mountain. This is, God, you know, how can you butcher something like that? It's just terrible. That's it.
Gift.
Absolutely agree. Josh,
Mhm.
I dead named you again, as I have multiple times on this show already. Project Storytime.
So, a few days ago, I received a message from a friend of mine informing me that his father had passed away.
Oh.
So yesterday, I attended this man's funeral to pay my final respects. I had more fun at a funeral than I did watching this show. Dear God!
Where this was going?
I was like, wow. What do we? Oh my God. What did it say?
This episode gets a 1 because the only redeeming grace is the fact that Feminem is dicking with the Harfoots. I hate this show.
Dicking with the Harfoots. I can't. I'm dead.
So sorry for your loss. So sorry for your loss. Oh, do you have any other variety of dip?
God.
Do you have any more dip? Is there any more dip for the chips?
No, I can't.
Project Storytime at a funeral, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry.
I think, Josh, you need to write that. You need to go to Amazon and IMDb, and that needs to be your review.
You do.
Well, they're taking them all down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
before we get out of
Give it
here,
5 stars. Give it 5 stars so
Wow.
it slips through, and just write that.
Wow. Gosh.
so
A day got lots of
Before I
Cheetos
give
at the
my-
wake.
yeah, lots of Cheetos for the wake. So the head of the Amazon studio, Jennifer Salk, admits to censoring the Lord of the Rings of Power reviews over points of views that we don't support.
Uh-huh.
They don't support it because we don't like it.
So
and
shit.
Therefore, she doesn't support it.
Having insight into our global audience, we also have insight into the darker side of how people can manipulate reviews and have other points of views that we don't support. So if you do not support Amazon's point of view on Lord of the Rings, your review will be removed per the head of their studio, Jennifer Salk. This is how Amazon treats its viewers. This is how Amazon treats the critics of this show. If your views do not align with ours, we will remove them. That's as good as silencing you. They will silence you on YouTube. They will silence you on Amazon. They will silence you in your reviews. They will silence your critiques on Rotten Tomatoes. Anywhere and anywhere they can make it look like this is a resounding success and everything is going as planned, they will do to keep you quiet.
Wow.
What does that mean for your opinion? That means that more and more your opinion is being silenced. Your opinion is being drowned out by a corporation that doesn't want you to say anything about its product. Because anything negative makes them look bad and makes them look like idiots for spending $1 billion on one season of television.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They do not want you talking about this. They do not want you reviewing this. And they will remove negative reviews as they see fit if they do not align with their corporate stance on, oh my God, this show is the bestest ever.
Wow.
The one thing they can't do, however, is if somebody actually watches the show, they're going to find out what it's all about. I mean,
Yeah,
proof's
they
in the
will.
pudding.
The proof is in the pudding. And anyone that says don't pick on a multi-billion-dollar corporation can suck it.
It's like the emperor's new clothes. Don't see what we put out. See what we tell you we put out.
Yeah.
These people cannot take criticism. And that gets a 0 from me. The show gets
Yeah.
a 0. Any positive points I've given the show over the past 7 weeks are completely drowned out by the fact that, thank you, Mr. Tickle Trunk, are completely drowned out by the fact that they do not want your opinion. You are not the people they want watching the show. You are not the people that this show was, quote, made for. This was made for the mindless masses that constantly hit the pellet bar and don't actually watch something while they've got it running on their phone, that have absolutely zero attention span. This was made for people that push play on their phone and leave it sitting on the kitchen counter while they do a couple of billion things and then go, oh my God, it's over. That was so quick. Give it 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's sad that this is where we're at. This is where we're at with TV. This is where we are at with movies. This is where we are at with entertainment, where we cannot speak of anything. I was all for Prime's business model on the way they have their streaming system set up. It's a la carte. Pay $12.99 for the basic package and then choose what you want. If you want HBO, get HBO. If you want Showtime, get Showtime. You want Stars, get Stars. You want Paramount, get Paramount. I like the fact that, you know what, I can just go to one place and pick and choose what services I want. Not anymore. I don't subscribe to Prime. I don't have channel subscription. I don't want to watch their shit. I don't even like going on the Amazon website anymore because I don't want to be tempted to buy something at a lower price there than I can get it down the fucking road.
Yeah.
I no longer walk through my comic shop looking at cool shit and go, ooh, I wonder how much it is on Amazon. I'm just like, you know what? I'll support my local store and buy it here. I might pay $10 more, but you know what? Fuck it. Better them getting it than Amazon.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I hear you.
And no, God help me, I've not seen the Super Mario Brothers trailer. All I can think of is John Leguizamo as Luigi. God help me. No. Not again. That's a show that they should have been like, cast it into the fire! Destroy it! But guys, that's it. I mean, I think the average view here is a 1 to a 0.
Yeah.
And I think we're being kind. I think you're absolutely right, Loki.
We haven't gone into negative territory yet, but I'm sure that's to come.
Time will tell.
Yay.
Yeah, and it still was better
So
than
it's
Ring
time
of
next week for it to go negative.
Oh, joy.
At least we won't have to do this for a while, and I'm sure some of you are going to be like, you get that message, hey, who's ready to do season 2? Fuck you, Loki. No.
We've got at least 2 years. Wait for that. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah. That's what
Wait a minute. They're going to film in a studio. Nothing but a studio at Pinewood. And it's going to take them 2 years to make this show.
That's what they've said, yep. So that
Wow.
they've got to be.
Oh my God, which
extensively-
Pinewood? The one in California or the one here in Georgia?
That's
No.
yeah.
One in England. It's in
No.
England.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh my God.
No, Pinewood
Yay!
Studios.
I get to have them here. Woo.
Yeah, Pinewood
Okay.
Studios in Britain.
Okay, good.
So-
You get him, Starry. You get him on your side of the pond.
They're not even going back to New Zealand for anything. And it's going to take them 2 years to film this? 2 years to film 8 episodes?
Fuck off.
Are they filming
God,
the rest
they've
of the
gotta be
series
up
and then
their
just
ass.
dividing it up?
No idea.
Well, they're probably going to have
yeah,
like
watch 'em
3-hour
pay Jackson to
episodes
do
that they
that.
got to cut 2 hours out of.
Wow. Mac's got it right here. It's written by 2 failed screenwriters under the umbrella of Jar Jar Abrams, who was using diversity as a leverage to get the keys to one of the biggest fantasy franchises in history. I couldn't have said that better myself, Mac.
Tolkien's spinning in his grave.
Mm-hmm.
His life's work reduced
His
to
life's
this.
work.
Yeah.
Reduced to this.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Hook up an electric generator to him, and he could power Europe through the winter.
Oh, yeah, like a wrecking ball. Hey, y'all.
I would. I'd be like, nope, not happening. Sorry.
So I know that Arwen's got a big thing coming up tonight. Why don't you tell everybody what you got going on tonight on your channel?
Yeah, tonight at 7:30. I've been on YouTube. I've actually been streaming on my channel for a year now. I cannot believe it's been that long.
Woo!
Yeah, but I'm having
Wow.
just like a 1-year anniversary. Hey, come on, let's throw down, let's shindig, let's shoot the shit. Let's just have some fun. Let's celebrate. Because it's been one wild ride, y'all. It really has. So yeah, that's tonight at 7:30 on my channel. So y'all come on out and have a good time. That's what
Oh
Nice.
no, it's going to be another late night for me.
Yes, Story, I know.
Oh, you're
I know.
absolutely worth it, Owen. Of course I will.
Oh, sweetheart, thank you. Yeah, you got to come out. Y'all all got to come out because we're going to have a good time. And it's been a hell of a week. So yes, the Moscato will be flowing.
Oh, God.
Yes, it will. I'm going to start about 5 o'clock this afternoon. It's happy hour. So
She's got 4 boxes on the counter.
I'm ready to go. I got my bottles lined up like little soldiers, all ready for tonight. I'm going to blow off some steam, y'all. Have a good time.
JJ's wife
I
created the
forgive
Me
him.
Too movement to leverage JJ into a position of power by slandering and canceling anyone that stood in front of his rise. And now they're trying to use diversity to retain it.
Yes.
Wow.
Anybody else got anything? Project Storytime?
I'll be on with Eris tomorrow. It's her 100th episode, so that'll be fun.
Oh my gosh.
I believe we are doing.
Congratulations.
I believe it will be. I believe we're doing a screening of Troll 2, so that should be fun.
Oh my God. Troll
Nice.
2. Why not do the first Troll?
Because Troll 2 is the masterpiece,
Mm-hmm.
and they're not related at all. They just took the name.
Just took the
Troll.
name. Oh.
And-
Wow. Anybody else got anything before we get out of here? All right. We're out, guys. No late show tonight. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. We'll catch you guys on the next review of Wings of Power. Good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.